Hey guys, Sasha down here in the garden again. It is February, end of January, February, and my zucchinis are still powering along, but what you're going to notice now in your garden, particularly here in South Australia, is that your cucumbers and your zucchini are starting to get a little bit of powdery mildew, and some of their leaves are looking a bit old and how you going. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through and I'm going to prune out the leaves with powdery mildew, because that stuff spreads really, really quickly. There are heaps of natural methods and wives' tales and products that help with powdery mildew, but I find for me the best way of controlling powdery mildew, because I've never been able to quite get rid of it once it starts, is to, as soon as I see those leaves, cut them out and put them in the compost or away from the rest of the garden. In doing this, in giving your zucchini and your cucumbers a bit of a haircut, you're just going to help the plant stay alive a little bit longer and to keep on producing. I'm actually raising some zucchini seeds at the moment in punnets up at the house, and I fully intend to plant some more zucchini in the garden because I feel like I can keep growing that for some months. As I said in one of my other videos, I've just planted some more cucumber as well. So just because it's at the end of summer, don't be afraid to continue planting some of those summer vegetables and fruits. Now, I was in the hardware store talking to Kathy the other day, and she was talking about a common problem that a lot of you guys have probably seen regarding zucchinis, and that is zucchinis that are really tiny and they seem to go yellow and die. Now, let's see if I can just find one around. This isn't probably the best example because it's been there a while, but basically the zucchini it probably gets to about that big and then it goes yellow and then it dies. Kathy seemed to think it was a pollination problem, and I googled it and she's actually right. It is. It means basically that this little baby zucchini didn't get pollinated, and therefore the plant self-aborts it, so it's not putting unnecessary energy into something that isn't going to grow. Another reason that you might find that you've got these in your garden is I find them more in the beginning when I first plant my zucchini, and that could be that maybe the zucchini plant isn't established enough, so it self-aborts a few of these in order to sort of get going. Another reason could be that your plant's a bit stressed. It could be that your plant's getting a bit old. But I get a few of these around the garden. For the most part, I'm getting plenty of healthy zucchini, so I'm not all that bothered by it. But I just thought it was an interesting thing that Kathy brought up, again, regarding pollination. So if you were ever wondering why that is, that's why. Anyway, I'm going to get in here and I'm going to prune out some of these leaves, just so I can keep my zucchini plants as healthy as I can for as long as I can. And if you're wondering what I mean by powdery mildew, this is what I mean. It's when you kind of get that mold on your plant, you want to get rid of that. You really want to cut that out because it takes over your plant really, really quickly. Anyway, I hope you have an awesome day. Sending you lots of love from the garden. See ya.